Rust. One of, if not the most common reason for the majority of our older cars here in the UK going off to the scrappers each year. By far the best thing you can possibly do to extend the life of your car is use a quality underbody coating. Now, in this video, as has been quite commonly requested, I'm going to cover all the details and show you the products and processes that have served me well over the years. Now, the nice thing about these is, even if your car's a little bit older, even if it's already got some surface corrosion built up, these techniques will still work. They'll stop that existing rust from getting any worse. So, first thing we need to do before we even go near a car, which we will do later in this video, I'm going to use the sweet little Honda Civic that I've got as an example car. First thing we need to do though is understand how rust occurs, because once we know that, you'll be able to see why certain products work better than others. Now, first bit of understanding here, the reason why a nice fresh bit of ferrous metal, like this brake disc, doesn't stay that way for very long is because of the air that we're surrounded by. It's got oxygen in it and it's got moisture in it. And when that meets the iron and the metal, the oxidization process takes place and we get, you guessed it, rust. Now in a car's case, it's subjected to lots of water out in the road, it's subjected to salt through the winter, and all of this helps to expedite the process, speed it all up. Now, the way in which we stop rust from occurring is to add some sort of barrier to it, something that stops the oxygen and moisture from reaching the metal and that process starting to take place. Now, at this point, you're probably saying, well, why not just use paint? And that's exactly right. That's the way to think about it. However, there's two problems with using a standard traditional body paint under a car. First thing is, underneath a car is a high impact area. The paint is going to get chipped all over. When it does, moisture can get in, it'll sit behind that paint and it'll rot out the metal. The second point is, unless your car is brand new, and I mean rolling off the factory line, chances are it's still got some corrosion underneath it. It will already have corrosion there to some degree. And the problem is that corrosion is porous. It's going to have moisture in the pores. So if we paint over it, as nice a paint job as you want to make it, if we paint over it, what we're going to have done there is sealed that moisture in. You will have effectively made it worse. So we don't want to do that. Now that is why products like this exist. This fully looks like a paid promotion at this point. I promise it's not. I purposely did not accept any Undercoat sponsors on this video to keep it totally unbiased. This here is a lanolin based product. I mean, yeah, the brand is Lanagard, but the key point is it's lanolin based, and there's lots of different brands that make lanolin based products. Lanagard is one of them. Now, the reason that I like to use a lanolin-based product is because lanolin will drive out any of that moisture stuck in the pores, in that rust that's already formed. So where a paint surface would seal it in, this is going to push it outward. A petroleum-based coating, that would also do the same thing. Something like this, bitumen. This will do the same thing. However, between these two products, I tend to prefer the lanolin-based product. A petroleum product can be damaging to rubbers and plastics. And I mean, you think about underneath a car, we got bushes, we got CV boots, tyres, suspension rubbers, and so on. So you got all this stuff you need to be really careful of and ideally mask up before you begin. Whereas with the lanolin product, you don't need to do that. So it cuts our prep massively. Now, another big benefit that these have over a traditional paint product underneath a car is, as I said, paint will chip, allow moisture in behind it, whereas these products are self-healing. If it picks up a stone chip, it will heal over to a certain degree, rather than paint, which will just continue to flake. Now, it doesn't really matter which product you choose here, whether it's bitumen, whether it's lanolin, whether it's a rubber-based coating, whether it's paint. I hope it's not paint. Doesn't really matter what product on the market you choose by any brand. You need to manage expectations. And what I mean by that is none of them are a one and done coating. This is something that you're going to need to maintain. Generally every 1 or 2 years, just depending on how often you drive and in what conditions you drive, you're going to want to repeat the processes that we're covering in this video today. That'll keep up the protection. If you just apply it once and you forget about it, then that is going to degrade down over time until it's no longer protected. Nice thing about lanolin as well, they also include a little sticker here which goes on your window and it allows you to record when the last coating was applied so you can keep it up to date. Now the final thing to note, this here is a clear coating, this here is a black coating, and you'll find that a lot of brands give you the option. You can either go clear or black. They both offer exactly the same protection. Now, I tend to opt for the clear coating because of the way in which I'm using this product. Usually I'm restoring a slightly older car that I know I'm going to be reselling. I do that so that the new buyer can see I haven't covered up any rot or any other nasties with the black coating. I do actually know of a couple of car dealers who will no longer accept cars if they've had a black undercoat applied. And the reason for that is because unscrupulous sellers will use a black coating to cover up areas of the car that really should have been cut out and replaced if they're completely rotted. The black makes it much harder to spot. But if you want to use it on your own car, feel free. It's going to offer the same protection as I say. Right, let's get on to the prep work. And to do that, I think we'll go out to the unit underneath the car. So, prep, what are we doing then? Well, we're using a lift, as you can see. However, all of this can get done on your driveway. The reason we've got a lift here is because it makes filming all the easier. Now, in terms of what you're going to need prep-wise, there's nothing fancy here. People will tell you need fancy tools. You don't. First up, good old-fashioned flathead screwdriver and your trusty wire brush. That is all you need. You can get fancy, you can get attachments for drills and so on, but you don't need to if you don't want to. The whole purpose of these tools is to knock off any of the flaky rust, anything that the product's going to have problems adhering to. We want to get rid of it and get that product onto good metal. Now, as for yourself, what you're going to want is some old clothes because it's probably going to get quite messy, and a decent mask as well so you're not breathing this stuff in, especially if you're lying under it on a driveway. Now, in terms of the car, really all we need here is for it to be dry and relatively clean. So when it comes to your product, you've got two options here. If you've got access to compressed air, which you probably don't, you can use a gun and do it that way. However, what I'm going to opt to do today is keep it as close to what you're going to be doing from a DIY point of view as possible. So the Lanagard product, that comes with one of these little pump action guns. Most of them do. Some of them come as aerosols, so we're just going to be using them in that way. That way it's similar to what you're going to be doing on your driveway. So on a Honda Civic, and probably your car as well, you tend to have these. Let me spin the camera around for you. So these little plugs here, if you remove these, you can get access to the inner sills, the inside of the chassis. And we've got a special adapter that we can apply onto our aerosol cans that let us spray inside of that. Let me show you that. So this, which only costs about £2 or £3, has got a special end on it. Don't know if you're going to be able to see that on camera, but basically you can attach this onto your standard aerosol can and it will come out in a fan motion, basically 360 degrees. So what it means is when we put it inside these channels and spray it, it comes out in a burst rather than just dribbling out and running along the bottom of it. So these are well worth getting as well. So the bits that you want to be hitting and prepping beforehand, we actually don't have an awful lot on this Civic because it is exceptionally clean, but this gives you an idea here. So there's a little bit of flaky rust. So we basically just want to be hitting that and making sure that we've got it all off. Anything that's likely to come away when we actually apply that product on, we want to get rid of it now so that we're always contacting onto the good metal. So now all we need to do is pull out all these plugs and have at it. So where I'm starting here is on all the cavities, so front subframe, down the chassis rails and the rear subframe using that 360 degree spray nozzle. From there we can move on to doing the underbody itself, and we're going to go around and make sure we get every single area. The good thing about this product is it makes the appearance quite glossy, so it's easy to spot. The other thing to bear in mind is we can do the underbody now, but once we drop the car back down, Every car has got its own susceptible areas to rust. On these Civics, it's above the rear wheel arches. Now, the only way in which we can do them is by removing the rear speakers from the inside, so I'll do that after we complete the underside here. So, all complete, and this is what you want to be seeing basically. If you've opted for the clear version of it, not the black one, this is what you're aiming for. And the good thing about it is you can tell the areas you've done. Again, let me spin it around so I can show you. We'll go front to back here, because they take on quite a glossy look. Hopefully you can see that there. You can also see how exceptionally clean this little Civic is. And all the way back, that's what you're going for, is having this real glossy look to it. Now, I'd use a little bit of the black finish on the back here, just to tidy it up on this rear beam. And now the key is to wait, let this adhere to the car properly. So 24 hours before you take it out on the road. Now, I do hope this has been helpful, whether you own a slightly older car, a golden era car, or you're thinking about buying one. If it's the latter, do bear in mind that all our channel viewers get 20% off Vehicle Score HPI checks. This will tell you if a car's ever been written off, if it's ever been imported into the country, which we suspected for this Civic due to how clean it is. Turns out it wasn't. It'll tell you that amongst a host of other things that you're going to want to know about your new purchase. And then you can get on to undercoating it and preserving it. As ever, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in a few days' time.